I wanted to talk about something that I had heard. I guess I don't want to call him a motivational speaker because he hates that. But one of the things that he talked about was trying to be too fancy. And it's something that I noticed with some of my clients. So I work with a lot of clients who are creatives. They are filmmakers, musicians, writers. They're creating all sorts of things. But one of the things I've noticed is there's like this long continuum of where people are in terms of getting their work out there, completing their work. And for people who are just trying to create and get their work out there, I see them moving along the path much faster. They seem to be getting a whole lot more done. And I have these other people, and some of these people are not even creatives, but there are other people trying to start businesses too, and some of them are creatives also. And the problem that I see is they're spending all this time on things that don't matter. Like they want to talk a lot about, oh, well, what's the name that I'm going to come up with the business? And so they're spending a month thinking about that. Oh, well, Sheila, it's got to be a great name. I'm like, you know what? Names are made. They don't mean crap. They don't mean diddly until you put a product or service behind them. And they'll say, oh, well, right now I'm designing my business cards because I got to have business cards. I'm like, really? No, you actually don't. I mean, it's good to have. I have business cards. I have these new cards that I got. My daughter saw them the other day. She was like, oh my gosh, these are so cool. But the cards don't define who I am. Yes, it's an easy and convenient way to give people information about me so that they can easily contact me. But a lot of times when I'm out and about and I'm just doing some stuff in my office while I'm talking, a lot of times when I'm out and about, I will just go ahead and put people's information in my phone, and we'll go ahead and exchange contact information then. And so that's just as easy as giving somebody and this is what I've done with cards. Like, do you see them behind me? Like, those are all business cards. So a lot of times, if you just go ahead and put the information in your phone, then you have it, and you aren't going home later after the event and going through 10 cards and trying to put them in your phone, okay? The thing that you do want to use the cards for, though, is just like a note or something, because you may not have a chance to do that once you put the information in the phone, because then you're going back to talking, right? And so you get back in and you're like, oh, let me make a bunch of notes on the back of this card, or maybe you did it while you were out with somebody earlier. And then you're putting that information in your phone too. All I'm trying to say is, that some of those things don't matter, and people are using all of this, I gotta have this great website, and I gotta have these great business cards, and I gotta look the part. They're trying to create this look before they ever even get out there and start selling anything. I'm like, so what is it you're offering people? What product or service? Because as an attorney, that's what I'm trying to help you with. What kinds of challenges are you going to be facing? And if you haven't been out there talking to your customers, if you haven't already been having face-to-face chats with what their concerns are, and the products and services that you're bringing to them to help them, or if you're just selling something, or if you're just a creative and you're trying to collaborate with somebody else, if you haven't just jumped into all of that, then oh my gosh, what I typically see is the people who are not trying to be fancy, but who are just doing the work are the ones who are being successful. I see that more and more. They're the ones that get the phone calls. They say, Sheila, hey, I'm headlining for this person. Sheila, hey, this person invited me to do ads for them. They want me to sponsor, they want to sponsor me on this. They want to partner with me. Those are the people that I see. And they're people who are willing to take the chance. They don't care what other people think about them. They're more interested in doing whatever it is they want to do, instead of saying, oh, I gotta have great business cards before I can actually talk to somebody. I need to almost take a breather there, because as a business law attorney, I'm helping people a lot of times when they want to come in for an initial consult, and it's just hard. So what am I telling them to do? I'm giving them all of the basic information, how to get their company started, just the legal sort of formalities, the things they need to be looking at, you know. So I'm really sort of helping them with that stuff. But I realize that I can't make them stop focusing on this other stuff, like, oh, well, what's my name gonna be? And oh, I need business cards. I know one person in particular that got business cards, oh gosh, let me think, 2015, and that person hasn't worked with a client yet. So that person has had business cards designed, came up with this tag line and everything, the colors they wanted to use, and they haven't worked with they haven't had a single client. And that person, I doubt that person will ever have a client, because there's a difference between doing the work, and some people are not committed to doing the work. They're committed to looking like they're doing the work. And so as an attorney, I can help you get everything set up. But if your only goal is to just look fancy and not do the work, you're never going to be successful. And I've seen businesses, I've helped a lot of businesses, I've helped a lot of creatives get things started, and I can tell you right now, those who are jumping in head first, feet first, arm first, hand first, like they are using whatever body part they can that will get the job done, like they are the ones who you almost feel like, oh my God, every time I turn around, that person's got an opportunity. They're doing this, they're doing it. No, they're already working, and other people are seeing them do that work. And so that's why they're reaching out to them. They already know that they can do the work. For those of you who are trying to be fancy and worried about business cards and the name and what it's gonna look like and that sort of stuff, nobody's reaching out to you because you're not doing any work. And yeah, I guess I could wonder if you're ever gonna do any work. Yeah, yeah. So that's just my sort of, I don't know, maybe that's 10 cents, 5 cents. I don't know, I've been talking for a while. And so if I think about how much I usually charge, I think that's more than a few cents, but I'm gonna give that one to you for free. This sort of idea that yes, if you're not going to do the work, you're not going to be successful. And as an attorney, I can tell you, I can help you set up your business all day long. I can make sure that your name is good to go. I can make sure you have the greatest contracts that we can come up with in place. I can help you with all of those things. I can help you when you say, Sheila, here's where I want to be 5 and 10 years from now, and we can look at all of the legal and business challenges that might come up and try to figure out the best ways to handle those. But if you're not going to do the work, it is not going to matter. So I'm just sharing that with you because I think you need to know. Other than that, I'm going to get ready to meet my clients who are coming in because this is July 4th, and I've already had my hot dog, my baked beans, my blackberries, and my macaroni and cheese. And the macaroni and cheese was awesome. I actually had a second serving. So, yeah, that's your tidbit for today. Stop being fancy. Start doing the work.